me show you what the soil looked like right here, just prior to putting this bale out. This is what it looked like. That's hard. That's hard as a rock, guys. Stoney Ridge Farm. Woo! Hey there, folks. This is Josh, Stoney Ridge Farmer. Welcome back to another gorgeous day here on the Stoney Ridge Farm. Today is going to be all about healing the land, regenerative farming, and grazing. We're going to talk to you guys about what we're doing on our program on our land to help heal the soil. We've got very, very poor soil. We're here in the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains in North Carolina, virtually no topsoil, but we're healing the land without chemicals, without fertilizers, with cows and hay. So let's get busy and we'll teach you guys exactly what we're doing here on the farm and what I've learned over the last 5 years. Welcome back to the Stoney Ridge Farm channel. If this is your first time here, your 50 millionth time, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. We'd love to have you back here on the farm with us. This is the most instrumental product that we have on the farm. It's our ATVs and our UTVs. Typically, in the summertime, we're not feeding hay. In the wintertime, we're rolling out hay bales, and we get two different types of hay bales here on the farm. Back behind us are some hay bales that are wrapped in sisal twine. So we have some hay bales that are wrapped in twine. Those are 4x4 bales. And we have some hay bales that are wrapped in net wrap, which are 4x5 bales. The 4x5 net wrap bales are about 2/3 more hay than the sisal twine bales. So if you can get good net wrap quality bales, get those versus the twine wrapped bales, guys. You will be saving money and you'll be saving time by not rolling out or putting out as many bales as you normally would. Now, all that being said, today what we're going to talk about is bale grazing versus unrolling hay out on the land. Again, we're on a regenerative farm here in the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains in North Carolina, and this is our worst pasture. As you can see, it's brown. It doesn't look good. However, dotted across the landscape, you'll see, and also you'll see from the drone footage, there are green spots. And the reason there are green spots is because we're bale grazing versus unrolling hay. We've unrolled hay on the other side of the farm for probably 3 years now, and we've really seen an incremental growth in our grass without any outside input other than liming our pastures to bring the pH up, because grass doesn't want to grow in a place where the pH is wrong. If you have acidic soil, grasses that the cows like to graze don't like to grow. But what does like to grow is broom sedge, and that's broom sedge. This whole pasture that we're in right now was covered in broom sedge. So let's walk over and we'll show you guys a few different techniques that we've used that are working on this land. And it's really dry. We haven't had a significant rainfall in 2 months. And we've got green grass over here. Before we get started talking about cows grazing, let's talk about Josh grazing. Guys, this is AG1. Big shout out to AG1 for sponsoring today's video. This is something that I incorporate into my daily routine. AG1, it is an absolutely delicious nutritional drink. I chug it. It is delicious. It is green. It looks funny, but it don't taste funny. So guys, in case you don't know, I recently lost about 85 pounds. I took charge of my nutrition. I've been drinking AG1 for quite some time now here on the farm. It's part of my daily routine here on the farm, and it is delicious. AG1 is a foundational nutrition supplement that supports your body's universal needs like nutrient replenishment, gut optimization, and stress management, and immune support. And it gives me the energy to get out here and work on the farm all the time. I don't know about you guys, but inside my medicine cabinet are a number of different supplements. AG1 makes it super simple. It's just 1 scoop a day, 8 ounces of water, shake and go. Chug a lug. Carry it along with you, carry it to work with you, drink it as a midday snack, whatever you want to do. AG1 is absolutely delicious. Now, again, I've got to have a lot of energy to get out here and work on the farm. I need to make sure I get my proper nutrition, and every day, I'm telling you, I'm not eating a salad every day, okay? I'm not getting all the nutrition that I need for my body to function just right every day without my AG1. So again, a huge shout out to AG1. It helps support my immune system. It makes me feel better, guys. This is something I truly use, and I think it's delicious, and I think you should give it a try. So folks, there'll be a link down the video description, drinkag1.com/Stoney Ridge Farmer. You'll get some free stuff. There's a link right there on the screen for you, and a link down the video description if you want to try it I encourage you. My body feels better. I'm more regular, which makes a regular nice guy. Folks, thanks so much, and a big shout out to AG1 for supporting today's video, supporting rural content, and supporting my health. Let's get back to talking about the pastures. I don't need to give you a testimonial on grass and grazing and what products really work on your field and what don't, because I'm telling you, this works, and we've got to feed hay to the cows anyway. I've had you guys over here in a prior video showing you these spots, but I'm going to show you again. So right here is where I bale grazed, and bale grazing is simply taking a round bale out and simply setting it down in the pasture. We have 50 cows and a 4x4 round bale that is twine wrapped, which isn't as tight as a net wrap bale. It takes 3 of those per day to satisfy my 50 cows, okay? That's 50 cows and calves. So we had 19 calves this year, and you know, they're not going to consume quite as much as 1 cow. So look at this. You see how brown that is? You see it's not producing very much, but let me show you what it is producing. It's producing moisture and bioavailability for grass to grow. Check it out. So we can see right down in here, new shoots of grass are starting to come up. If we dig down in here just a little bit, we'll just peel some of this back. You'll see a little bit of mold, a little bit of mildew, and as we get down a little bit closer to the ground, you're starting to see root structure, okay? What does that root structure do? This was put out about 2 weeks ago, something like that. There was a bale put out right here where it's nice and green about a month and a half ago. There's one that was put out about 2 weeks ago. Let's cruise on over here. We'll show you. Here's one that was put out about a month and a half ago. Let me show you what the soil looked like right here, just prior to putting this bale out. This is what it looked like. That's hard. That's hard as a rock, guys. So look, green spot, brown spot. We haven't bale grazed this. We haven't bale grazed that. So you can see the green, you can see the brown. Let's just walk over here and we'll show you some more. So on the farm here, we're trying to limit our cost. We're also trying to limit what we hand over to the fertilizer man. And again, this pasture right here has been fertilized 1 time when we first cleared it and we put down some grass seed. Did the grass seed take? Nope, because our soil pH is 4.0. It's way too acidic for our animals, and it's way too acidic for good quality grass to grow. So what we have is this. Broom sedge, and broom sedge is growing everywhere, but broom sedge is also offering a nice bed for plants to grow in, for good grass seed to grow in. Here's a spot where we set a bale out 2 weeks ago. We'll just walk right over here. Here's the spot where we set it out a month ago. Look at the difference in the greenage here versus the brownage right there. No hay bale was put out right here. I don't know if you guys can really see this, but look, bale. Let's walk over and see. See that green coming up in there? That's nutrient, that's moisture retention. Again, we haven't had a significant rain in nearly 2 months here on the farm, yet this stuff is thriving. And people are saying to me, Josh, this is such a waste. What are you doing wasting all this hay? It's not a waste if it's growing grass. The whole goal here is to not spread $3,000 worth of fertilizer on this land. The goal is to continue to build carbon and biomass on the soil. I'm going to show you another spot. Check it out. This right here is about a month old. Okay, see the green in the middle? The cows will get in here, they'll graze a little bit of that, and they'll trample it. See all this. So we leave about 1/3 of the bale on the ground right here, and you can see this is another bed that hasn't started to mature yet. Okay, it goes from brown grass like that with very sparse grass, in fact bare spots all in here, to this, and then onward to this. And this is one of our prime examples right here. Green as it can be. And this is in a different stage of it. This is hay left over from when the cows left, and this is the hay that we're grazing right now. This is older hay. It's not the best quality hay, but what the cows don't eat, they leave laying on the land. Now, I have unrolled hay with the Greg Judy Bale unroller for about 2 seasons now, 2 years on the farm. Has that improved my soil? Yes. Do we feed in a bale ring? No. Can you imagine 50 cows out here on this piece of property grazing a bale ring? What's it gonna do? It's gonna compact your soil up to the bale ring. They're gonna make cow trails to the bale ring, and they're gonna make a mud hole and a mess. When you open the soil, what do? You invite opportunistic weeds like this guy right here, dog fennel. It's all over the farm. The reason it's all over the farm is because we have newly cleared land. When you newly clear land, weeds are gonna come up. Weeds are okay. We don't need to spray weeds. This isn't Burger King. It's not your way right away all the time, guys. We don't need to spray the weeds. We need to listen to them. The weeds on the ground are telling us something about the land. So as time goes on in our grazing program here on the Stoney Ridge Farm, all the way down this hill, this is a part of the farm that we are going to intensively lay hay out on. You can see that the grass is very low quality. However, if we dot the landscape with hay bales, and let me tell you exactly how we're doing this. You see hay right here. You see hay right there. There's no hay over here. So what we're gonna do is slowly dot the landscape all the way down this hillside until we have every square inch covered by bale grazing. If we can't bale graze it, we'll unroll hay on it. The thought process here is, and it's the same thought process for grazing in the summertime. They eat 1/3, they trample 1/3, and they leave 1/3. Now in the wintertime, the 1/3 that they leave is gonna come out of their butts. What we'll do, this whole hillside, you don't see a manure pat hardly at all out here, but this whole hillside will be covered with hay, carbon, biomass, and manure. And then we'll take our drag harrow and we'll drag all this out in the spring, and that will help to spread out all the nutrients on the soil. So guys, you don't need to waste your money at the co-op when you can waste just a little bit of hay. Now, some of the hay that we're putting out on the farm was given to me. It was damaged hay. I put this to you. If you're starting a cattle operation, a small cattle operation like ours, 50 to 75 to 100 head, or even 10 head of cattle, seek out those old hay bales that farmers have sitting on the edge of their field that you know are going to waste. If they've been sitting there over the winter or over a season, they want to get rid of them. You can buy these for very cheap. Sometimes people will just charge you to deliver them just to get them out of their way. You can put that out on the land and you can build your soil much like we're doing here on the Stoney Ridge Farm. Guys, I hope this has been great food for thought for you. Again, we'll get you some cool footage. The drone footage right now that you're seeing, you can see the green spots out here on the land. It has not rained in 2 months. Significant rainfall has not happened in 2 months, and we're continuing to bale graze. And like I said, dot, 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 dot. We'll be dotting the land with our hay. And the broom sedge is so thick out here, you can see, this is a broom sedge. It don't matter if you have broom sedge or if you have weeds out on your land. Mow it, it creates biomass. Don't try to kill it, mow it. The weeds are talking to you. They're telling you what's wrong. What does this weed tell me? It tells me our pH is off. Our pH is off, our grasses won't grow. It's the same with disease. It's the same with the human body. The human body's pH has to be correct or you'll get sick. So does the pH of the soil, or the soil will get sick. This is the hay that we'll be putting out today, and we'll be moving the cows over. It looks like not good, right? This has been sitting outside, but as we dig in, we start finding only about 1/8 of that bale is bad. The rest of it is awesome. The cows will graze this, and as human beings, as people, we're talking about probiotics all the time. There doesn't get more probiotic for your cattle than feeding hay like that, guys. We don't need a $40,000 barn to store hay to save $2.50 per bale. We just don't do that. Not here on this farm. Maybe someday in the future we'll be able to stockpile hay, and maybe someday in the future we'll be able to bale hay right off the farm. Guys, thanks a lot. I hope this has been good food for thought for you. Try it. I'm telling you, you don't need to waste all that money with the fertilizer guy. You can get out here, you can build soil, you can put carbon down, and what comes out the butt of them cows is the best stuff for the land ever. Thank you guys. Take care. Have a great day. Thanks for joining me on the Stoney Ridge. Woo! Come on down to the Stoney